Hey friends, I am Varunia Khan. Welcome to The Cove. Subscribe and all that. So, we love 80s bands, right? Sisters, Bajas, Susie, Red Lorry, Yellow Lorry, Specimen, fucking all of them. Great stuff. Classics. Classics for a reason. That reason being, the music was dope. But, as you probably know, there is a lot more. So much more. Heaps of bands coming out with new music all the time. New bands, not just classics coming out with new stuff, which always dope, but new bands coming out all the time with new music, you know, from the last decade or so. Not even the 2000s, I'm talking the last decade. So if you find yourself listening to the same bands consistently from like the 80s to 2000 per se, yeah, this video is kind of for you to maybe, if you don't know a few of the newer ones, suss them. If you want to give some new blood a shot, you know, I am for you. I'm here for you. So, I've got about 3 disclaimers. I've been meaning to record this video for well over a year, and was never totally happy with it. I kept like rewriting it and updating it and rewriting it and updating it and editing it and changing it and adding to it. And pretty much that just kept happening for months. And when I finally felt like I could record it, there was a lot of work stuff, self-image stuff. I wasn't in a great headspace and I was just like, this is a project for another day. Let's not stress ourselves out, huh? So here, I'm posting it. If I don't post it, I never fucking will. It is not as updated and whatnot as I want it to be. A lot of the bands in this video that I will be mentioning have released a shit ton more music since the last time I updated anything regarding their releases. So that's just kind of my disclaimer. I am not a good YouTuber, and I am not to be relied upon to upload anything in a timely manner. But yeah, I will remind you at the end of the video, but I'm telling you now, almost every band I feel like has released something, at least, it would be an album or a single since when I wrote this, which was in early 2020. So yeah, over a year ago. I'm sorry for this video not being completely up to date. I'm mostly apologizing to myself because I really wanted this out fucking ages ago. More info for clarity's sake, bands listed must only have started releasing music. Like, the rules of this video for me is the bands must have started only releasing music in the last approximately 10 years. I'm not going to have it bang on 10, but you know, around 10 years. I'm not mentioning more than like 10 to 15 bands in this video because I don't want it to end up like crazy long or anything. However, there are going to be so many more videos like this coming. I have like 5 drafts of videos akin to this that will be coming to the channel. Way more music talk from now on because I'm sick of not talking about music. Also, my meaning of modern, as I've used in the title, is not necessarily modern in sound, but modern in like how long they've been active, pretty much. When I use the term active, by the way, I mean like, I'm going to use like active from in this. What I mean by that is whenever they started releasing music that was findable. I'm not gonna like go and suss if a band was technically a thing a decade before they released music. I'm talking about when they started releasing music. Last thing, I know there's a lot of like disclaimer here, I just don't want anyone to get confused about anything I'm saying. I'm not being super strict on fitting into goth rock. Got a good few outliers in this list, hence the title being goth and goth adjacent. Some merely tiptoe around the genre, which is not uncommon for a lot of modern bands actually, and is obviously a fairly natural thing to happen in the progression of music and the evolution of music. Without experimentation, goth wouldn't fucking exist. Obviously, without experimentation, almost any genre wouldn't fucking exist. No, literally any genre, because you think about it. Before anyone has, you know, their fingers prepped on their keyboards at the ready to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about, when it comes to goth music, this is not specifically goth rock, gothic rock, whatever. This is goth and goth adjacent. So, bands that are certainly enjoyed by a lot of goths, very goth-friendly bands. Mostly fitting into, you know, darkwave, post-punk, deathrock, and of the like. So keeping it within the general vibe of, you know, the goth music family, but not specifically having to be goth rock. Feel me? Okay. That's all for the disclaimers, shall we? So the first band that I will be talking about is Darkwater. Darkwater are kind of an 80s inspired, yeah, like wavy trio. They're definitely for fans of people into like Kate Bush, Lebanon Hangover. I always say Hangover. Bloody alcoholic. Lebanon Hanover, Tears for Fears, and Skeletal Family, kind of in that realm. They are actually located in Melbourne. I think that this is the only Melbourne band that I'm adding to this list because I want to make a whole video about like Australian bands. So only exception that I've allowed myself for this. They are active from only a couple of years ago, I think 2019. My favourite album of theirs is their self-titled album. So my favourite song by them is either Siren Song or Wasteland or Take the Piss, because amazing. Moving on, Light Asylum. Now Light Asylum is probably one of my all-time favourite bands at this point. I'm pretty sure they only have the one release and there's been no sign of a new release coming, like full-length album release at least. And that was a few years ago, and that's, to my knowledge, they have not alluded to a new release, but I hope that they have one. They are kind of, they are an electronic duo. They're like kind of like a post-punk, dark wave, synth pop kind of vibe, and I very, very, very dig it because I like all of those things. They are the fans of Linea Aspera, Cold Cave, Velvet Condom. They are located in New York. They have been active since 2010. My favourite album, again, self-titled album, because only album. And also, it is genuinely a masterpiece from start to finish. I have been actually recently re-binging that album just because it's actually fucking amazing. I found it very hard to decide on a favourite song. I feel like it's Shallow Tears because it's a really good song, but I also liked ICP a lot. I really liked At Will a lot, and I really liked A Certain Person. So that's like half of the album. That are all of my favourite songs. But yeah, that's Light Asylum. Next band are Bootblacks. Oh my god. Do I ever not play with my hair like too much in videos? Do I ever fucking not? Next band, Bootblacks. They are like a experimental sort of band. They are fans of bands like Caitlin Mikla. I don't know how to say that band name. Twin Tribe, Boy Harsha. They are also from New York. They've been active since 2013. My favourite song is either Pale Fire, Captives, or Past Lives. All of their albums kind of sound different to each other in vibe, by the way. Should mention that, like, you may not be entirely certain if you listen to one of their albums and another one that it's by the same band. It is. I mean, you probably can tell, but they do have a different vibe, which I like. I like that, you know, not all of their albums sound exactly the same as each other. If you like a really dance vibe, I'd say South Pole. And my favourite album by them is probably Veins. Next that I'm going to talk about is the one that is on my shirt, not that you can really see it. Whoop. Vivi and the Void. They are kind of like a post-punk, gothic, ethereal drone, dark wave-ish kind of band. They are for fans of the Cocteau Twins, or Cocteau Twins, Of Pain, Pleasure Symbols, Irfan, Zanias. They're kind of something that, like, if you've seen Only Lovers Left Alive, they're kind of a band that you'd expect to be on a soundtrack like that. Like, they've got this like psych-ish kind of feel about them too. I definitely suggest them. I feel like not enough people are into Vivi and the Void, and they should be. So, they hail from California. They've been active since I think 2016. My favourite album by them is The Upper Room. I fucking made all my notes really confusing to read because I picked them pretty much dot pointy info kind of thing, and it's not, I don't know. There's a lot of gaps that I have to fill in for something that was written a year ago. Favourite songs: The Seeker, Lash, and Axis and the Rim. And they have, like, released music since go forth. Next band, Bestial Mouths. Or is it Bestial Mouths? It would be Bestial Mouths. The genre / vibe, darkwave, post-punk, goth, electric, some seriously experimental stuff in there as well. For fans of Susie, Bleed, Modern, Drab Majesty, Bitumen, Corpus Selecti, there's a lot of stuff kind of going on. And I feel like they could probably touch on with a lot of bands, fans of different stuff. So I'd say, like, go through everything that they've chucked up, and you're probably gonna, like, vibe with something. I mean, they don't vary, like, hugely. Like, just listen. Every band I talk about on this list, just listen. They are located in Berlin. They've been active from 2012. My favourite album of theirs is Hissing Veil, and my favourite song is In Wounds off of their 2019 EP In Shrouds. Let's move on. The next band is a little near and dear to my heart for a couple of reasons, and that is because the band... Wait, I'll say what the fucking band name is first. The band name is Aurat. So Aurat in Urdu and Hindi means woman. Like the Women's March is called the Aurat March. So it is like Desi darkwave, because there is a lot, if pretty much like a good portion of the songs, probably easily most of them, are in Urdu, which I love. And if anyone knew, I'm half Pakistani. I'm very, very rusty, so I can't speak it barely, because I've had no need to for a long time, but I can understand it. So it's just really cool to have a language that I kind of grew up with as like a goth darkwave fucking band. That's fucking sick. Yeah, like if you like Vivi and the Void from this list, you'd like Aurat. Like, holy shit, if I saw them on a bill together, I'd fucking lose my mind. The artist is Pakistani, however, she lives in California. So, they've been active since 2017. What's wrong with me? I just read 2017 and my mouth said 2016. My favourite album is Images. My favourite songs are Khubsurat Aaken or Awaz, because they're good. Holy shit, actually, no. Aurat, Vivi and the Void, Bestial Mouths. That would be a fucking sick bill, and whoever can make that happen, wherever you are, I don't even have to go. Just make it happen. Next band, Stockhaussen, I think is how you say it. I'm fairly certain it's German, not that the band is. The genre is like synthwave, cold wave, dark wave, for fans of Exmont Deutschland, the KVB, Kraftwerk, She Passed Away, that kind of stuff. They are located actually in Mexico City. Been active since 2015. I think it is a solo project. I keep saying they. I say they for like every act, even though it might be a solo project. I just will always say they for some reason. Just in case there are people involved in the music making process, I don't want to exclude anybody that I'm not aware of. I don't know. Anyway, my favourite album by Stockhaussen is probably Cold Bright. My favourite song, likely Perpetuum. They have heaps of collaborations as well. So just check out their Bandcamp. It's so much stuff. It's just all there. Next up, the Coventry. The genre is like post-punk darkwave for fans of like Bahas, Clan of Zymox, Rosetta Stone, that sort of thing. They are located in Italy, have been around since 2017. My favourite album is likely Unspoken. And by that I mean the album Unspoken. I'm not going to not tell you. Favourite songs are Missing, Still Unclear, Kind, and Halfway Through. Fuck, I just jetted through that. No, the Coventry. Definitely recommend. Very good. Semi-political as well. Not, you know, it might not be a thing, but I like it. At least the way they've gone about it. Next band, Astari Nite. Not like a Starry Night, but Astari Nite. I feel like Astari Nite touches on a lot of different kind of corners of alternative music. Kind of like post-punk, darkwave, alt-pop, electronic, goth and roll. They got a lot of different sounds even within the same albums, you know? So it's hard to kind of pigeonhole them, which I don't mind. Like, I'd say that they're for fans of people of The Cure, Psychedelic Furs, London After Midnight, Bowie. I even heard a little bit of Keane in there. The Church, Pendulum, New Order. They've got a bit of like, yeah, they got some variation there. Nicely done, lads. Or not lads, I'm actually not entirely sure of the makeup of the band. They are located in Miami and have been active, to my knowledge, since 2013. My favourite album I actually can't choose, so I'll go with the latest release that I had heard at the time of writing this, which is Here Lies. My favourite song is Waves, and kind of there's a reason for that. It's a very, very good song, but also I had found out at the time that I was listening to them for this video, like through the discography for this video, so I could give like a comprehensive, I did it with all the bands, I wanted to give like a really comprehensive kind of thing for you lot. I found out while I was going through their discography that my friend Hurley died. So yeah, I remember like listening to this walking to run some errands and thinking about Hurley and kind of like crying while I was walking. Anyway, let's not dwell on such things. I miss you, Hurley. I know you probably don't have YouTube, wherever you may be, but, you know, felt like I should say it. Astari Nite are certainly like a reimagined, fresh take, tone-wise especially, and very modern goth adjacent kind of band. Like, I'd say the new way, like the new gateway to goth in the next couple of years, I would say. Very likely. And they have a very super flexible kind of presentation, as for fans of bit I mentioned would suggest, because yeah, I feel like there's a lot of elements that they have that could draw people in to the genre that aren't very like strict goth elements, and that's great, I think. I just think that innovation should be celebrated. Horror Vacui.
Horror Vacui.
The genre kind of vibe is like goth, death rock, post-punk. I'd say that this is very much a band that sits in goth rock, and that sits in goth like very comfortably. Not comfortably in a bad way, like lazily. Comfortably like, yes, this is a goth band. I'd say that they are fans of like Barhas, The Wake, Killing Joke. They are located in Italy, have been active since 2010. My favourite album by them would be Living for Nothing. It was very hard to actually choose a favourite album, but I'd say Living for Nothing for the innovation of it. My favourite song would be either Forward, Lost, or Frustration. Next band, Bragolin. I had to start with Bragolin again because my fucking camera died, which we love when that happens. It's my favourite, actually. It's my favourite thing that ever happens ever. God damn it. My hair looks so dirty. Why did nobody tell me how fucked my hair looks? Yes, so Bragolin, post-punk / darkwave. For fans of the Smiths, she passed away. Minuet Machine, they are from the Netherlands, active from 2018, and my favourite album is I Saw Nothing Good So I Left, which I think is a fucking amazing album name. The whole album is really cool, very emotive, it's a bit of a thinker.
Bruh.
So if that's what you want, that's what you're gonna fucking get. I suggest, yeah, listening to it. My favourite song would be Into Those Woods. Next band, Delphine Coma. They are like post-punk, darkwave, kind of semi-atmospheric. The fans of like Clan of Zymox and Antipole. They are from Texas, America. Active since 2018. Favorite album is probably Leaving the Scene, because Secondary Eyes is a single with like a bunch of covers and collabs and stuff like that. But Secondary Eyes is very good. Favorite song would be We Never Sleep, Out of My Head, or yeah, Secondary Eyes. Last but certainly not least on this list is Detoxi, or Detoxi, which features members of Mask and Catholic Spit, for fans of, well, likely Mask and Catholic Spit. They are like punk death rock. They are from California and have been active since 2018. My favorite album is likely First Flesh, which includes a lot of the EP/demo Death. So, you know, it's all encompassing because it's got Death, and then it's got more songs. So it's like a more fleshed out Death. That shouldn't be funny. My favorite song is probably either Grey Lines, Death of a Nation, Modus Operandi, Cult Culture Nonsense, or Beyond the Grave. They are all very good. I know you're not supposed to have more than like a couple of favorite songs, but I don't care. So that's where we're at. That's pretty much all of them, I think. I'm fairly certain that Bandcamp is still doing their monthly Friday fee wave, like Bandcamp fee wave thing, so you can put all of your money towards the band themselves. As I mentioned, I'm going to make another video like this. I'm going to make many more videos like this, hopefully when I'm a little less frazzled. We are back in a lockdown in Melbourne and there's a lot of stuff going on that I've got to fucking sort out. And it is almost 2 in the morning now because I spent the entire night not getting ready to make the fucking video. But I've been putting this off, as I said, for over a year. It needed to be done. But yeah, like definitely going to be doing another video like this because this is only like 12 bands of a massive list of bands that I came up with that would fit like mentioning here, that I like manically came up with when I was unable to sleep one night, which is a common occurrence, and funnily enough where most of my video, if not all of my video ideas come from. Just me up at night being like, huh, that'd be interesting. But yeah, so it'd be a shame not to share all those bands as well. And it won't always be goth bands either. I've already written up a list of metal bands, so there'll be a video coming up of modern metal bands active from the last 10 years. In about a month or so, I think I'll be chucking that up. If you know, you've watched this whole video, somehow gotten to the end of it, and you're not really a fan of goth, but you are very metal, that'll be for you very soon. I don't know how often I'll try to make videos exactly like this one, maybe annually or biannually or annually.
Have you ever had a dream?
Annually?
You could.
Biannually, or really whenever the fuck I get around to it, which seems to often be what I go for. God, look at that. Oh, I gotta stop touching my fucking hand. Feel free, by the way, to leave whatever your favorite modern goth and goth adjacent bands are in the comments. Do it. I would love to hear a bunch of shit that you guys listen to that you reckon I don't know about. Yes, please comment them. Please comment them and maybe I'll put them in a list that is coming up if I have space, because there are already so many lists. Yeah, until next time, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and thank you for being like so supportive of me fucking off and coming back to this channel all the time. Obviously, I, love seeing people come back or like after years and just act like, oh hey, it's nice to see you've uploaded. I do this for fun. I do it because I like to put videos like this up. And honestly, to record document my own life, because I have some memory issues and a lot of stuff kind of disappears. So it's nice to have this kind of like, oh, I did this and this and this and this and talked about this and this is the bands that I like that my brain hasn't erased for some reason. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking still. Thank you for watching. And until next time, I've got another video coming up in a couple of days, so see you in a couple of days. Bye. You know why I'm in bed right now? It's because it's too fucking cold tonight. It's one of the reasons that it took me so long to like get around to making this video. It's because, like today, I mean, is because it's just been fucking crazy all day. So I'm like, I'm not getting out of bed. I'm not. Anyway, all the information about the bands will be in the description as well. I should have mentioned that. Yeah, go fucking buy their shit or listen to their shit, stream their shit, whatever you want to do. Do it.